Personal Story segment tonight on December 2nd, 2013. Fox News chief Washington correspondent James Rosen had this exchange with State Department spokeswoman Jen Psaki.
James, I have no new information for you today on the timing of when there were any discussions with any Iranian officials.
Let me try it one last way,
Okay.
Jen, and I appreciate your indulgence.
Sure.
Is it the policy of the State Department where the preservation of the secrecy of secret negotiations is concerned to lie in order to achieve that goal?
James, I think there are times where diplomacy needs privacy in order to progress. This is a good example of that.
Now, after that exchange, somehow it disappeared from the State Department's website as well as YouTube.
A portion of the State Department's December 2nd, 2013 press briefing was missing from the video that we posted on our YouTube account and on our website. That missing portion covered a series of questions about U.S. negotiations with Iran.
Here now to explain further is James Rosen. We didn't show the whole thing that disappeared. They took a lot more out of it than we were able to show for time. But I think they did this just because they don't like you, Rosen. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong that I'm not well liked amongst the senior counsels of the Obama administration. I have not suffered from any lack of attention from them over the two terms. But I think that the real reason, the motivation behind this deliberate censorship of this key exchange, the only known instance of such censorship of any State Department or White House briefing in the Obama terms that we know of, was because of the content of it. And the fact that Jen Psaki had essentially acknowledged that her predecessor at that podium, Victoria Nuland, 10 months earlier, had lied to me and the rest of my colleagues about the Iran nuclear talks.
Now, what exactly was the lie?
Okay, so there's Victoria Nuland. I asked her in February 2013, we hear reports of direct, secret, bilateral talks between members of the Obama administration and the Iranian government. True or false? And she said, of the kind of government-to-government level contacts you're talking about, no. At that time, those direct secret talks were going on for more than a year.
Okay, why is that important? Look, there's no question they did not tell the truth. Okay. Why is it important? Why would they go to the extent of trying to get that off YouTube and get that out of their files? So you lied, Rosen caught you in the lie, so what? I mean, then you just go ahead, right?
Nobody here asserts that the person who issued this order for this censorship was thinking or acting rationally.
Okay,
Bill.
so there's no real reason to do it other than you caught them in the lie, but that was transported all over the country. Everybody knew it. Who did it? On a 5, I said I was going to beat it out of you tonight.
Yeah.
You must have some, and I don't want you to say this person did it. I want you to say, as Sherlock Holmes might, here's what I'm deducing happened. Go.
Well, Bill, I admire your dogged investigative zeal in trying to rubber hose me. That's well placed, I think. Look, I'm not prepared to speculate on who issued this order. Jen Psaki has denied it in a very heated email exchange with me that our readers can see in detail on the FoxNews.com website. Marie Harf, who was the deputy spokesperson at that time, has denied having anything to do with this. The State Department says they don't know who did it, but they know it came from within the Bureau of Public Affairs at the State Department, and they're able to rule out the White House. The State Department also says, for example, that they don't have the technology there at the State Department building in order to trace all of the calls that came in on this specific time frame to the person who says they were on the receiving end of this order. I find that hard to imagine because when I was the focus of the Obama administration's attentions in 2013, including the State Department, the Department of Justice, all of which was well publicized, they seem to have no problem accessing all the telephone records, all the metadata, all the electronic records they needed. So if they don't have that technology now at the State Department, that would be a diminution in their capabilities.
Well, they're not telling the truth. I mean, they're trying to make it go away. So don't. Kerry was Secretary of State at that time. Did he take over from Clinton yet?
Clinton took over. Clinton left in February 2013, just before that critical exchange with Victoria Nuland.
Okay.
So Kerry inherited all of this. In essence.
All right. So maybe Hillary did it.
I think, Bill, that we are not past the season of disclosure with regard to this. I think you're going to see
so it's possible. Possible Secretary Clinton might have done it. Possible?
Well, she was not within the Bureau of Public Affairs at that time, but look, you're going to see members of Congress, you're going to see my colleagues in the mainstream news media continue with this story. CNN has picked up on it, the Washington Post. These are not right-wing zealots as far as I can tell, and I think Jen Psaki is misplaced in suggesting that somehow this is just me wanting airtime or Fox News going after her for ideological reasons.
I'd like to know who's trying to cover stuff up. I think that's important. So we'll stay on it, Rosen, and we appreciate it. If anybody's mean to you, you let me know. I'll take care of them, okay?
Thank you, Bill.
All right.